Hey, what's up, you guys? David here, and I am back with another collection update. It has been quite a while. It's been over a month, I believe, so I apologize for the long wait, but I'm finally back with another video. Now, as you all know, 2018 is drawing to a close. The holidays are upon us and everything, and I've been super, super busy with work and everything. But over time, I have bought a shit ton of CDs, and this is going to be my last collection video for 2018. And my very last video that I plan on doing is my year-end list video, which I am still trying to figure out how I'm going to do that because it's going to be at least over 50 albums. I got a lot of shit to talk about. But what I'm going to do, since there are so many CDs that I have here that I've, gained over the past month, what I'm going to do is most of these are going to be on my year-end list, so I'm not going to go into detail about them. I'm just going to tell you what it is, show it to you real quick, and the details will be saved for when I do my albums of the year video, because I really don't see the point of me, talking about it now and then just saying the same old shit whenever I do the next video all over again, there's really no point in that. But I actually have something else to show for once besides just CDs. Hint, hint. We'll find out what that is at the end. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. First up, we have Hissing with Permanent Destitution. Very, very good release from Profound Lore this year. Fucking awesome. Can't wait to talk about it in the year-end list video, because that will be on there. So yeah, Hissing, Permanent Destitution. Next, if I can get it. Next is Evoken with Hypnagogia. Oh my fucking god, I love this album so much. This is so worth the wait. You guys know I love this band. I've already talked about them before. I can't wait to talk to you guys about this. This is fucking incredible. Yeah, Evoken, Hypnagogia. Is that inside, all that. Hopefully that's showing up well enough for you guys. Next up, Inferi with Revenant. Had to pick this up after I saw them on the Obscure tour. They were fucking great. Really enjoyed their performance and heard a lot of good shit about this album. And yeah, those people were right. This is really, really good stuff. Inferi, Revenant. This will appear on the year-end list video as well. Like I said, if I'm showing it and I'm not going into detail about it, it's going to appear on the year-end list video. So you'll have to wait for me to talk about it then. Next up, Hyperdontia, Nexus of Teeth, Dark Descent Records. Very, very fucking awesome death metal from this year. Can't wait to talk about this as well on the year-end list. Inside. Next up, Witherfall, A Prelude to Sorrow, their second full-length, released on Century Media. Really, really good shit. Can't wait to talk about this on the year-end list video as well. Back. That fucking CD just fell out. Really? Well, I don't do editing, so that's staying in there. That should be alright. Next up, Horrendous, Idol, released on Season of Mist. Another death metal album that you're going to be hearing a lot of people, myself included, talking about this year. Fucking awesome. Love it. Let's have no more CDs falling out of the cases, please. Next up, Warrel Dane, Shadow Work. Warrel Dane's, unfortunately, his very, very last recording before his unfortunate passing. But this is incredible. Love it. Can't wait to talk more about it. And I highly recommend, if you are a fan of his work, you pick it up. Beyond Creation, Algorythm. Again, another band that I got to see on the Obscura tour. Fucking awesome. Can't wait to get the opportunity to go see him again, and I absolutely love this album. Irreversible Mechanism, Immersion, their second full-length, released on Blood Music. Not quite what I was expecting for the second full-length, but I do absolutely love it, even though I wasn't really expecting this direction. Yeah, can't go wrong with this. Great shit. And we'll talk more about that when it comes time to do the albums of the year. Okay, now I'm getting into stuff that's not going to be on the list, and I can go into a little more in detail now. This is Daggra with Setsuna. This is released on Horror, Pain, Gore, Death Productions. Daggra is a grindcore band from Texas that play a very chaotic, technical style of grindcore. So imagine like a mix of, I guess, like Wormrot, Discordance Axis, Gridlink, a little bit of Pig Destroyer in there as well. Yeah, you hear a lot of grindcore influences with these guys. Pretty solid album. I did have this on my year-end list for a little while, but sadly it has dropped off due to just, me hearing some better things. God damn it. Really professional today. But, yeah, if you're a fan of the more technical side of grindcore, I definitely recommend that you check this out. It's a pretty cool listen. Really fun, catchy stuff. So that is Daggra with Setsuna. Like I said, in particular, if you're into, like, Discordance Axis, Gridlink, and even, like I said, Wormrot, Pig Destroyer, I think you're going to find something to enjoy with this. Next up is Slasher Dave with Frights. This is a release from this year. It is not going to be on my year-end list. This is the solo horror soundtrack project from Dave from Acid Witch. You guys know I love Acid Witch, and I'm also a big fan of his solo project. But I have to say I was a little disappointed with how Frights turned out. I listened to the first couple singles, and they sounded really, really cool. This isn't a bad album by any means, but it's definitely my least favorite. And the things I don't really like about it are, well, to begin with, when I was reading about it when it was, before it was coming out, I heard he was going to be putting more metal influence or metal kind of sound into this. I was like, okay, that sounds like it's going to be really cool. But he also added in a very sort of like club sounds kind of like music you would hear in a club. Like, if people were playing this at a Halloween party at a dance club or something. Just like these industrial sort of rhythms and, like I said, very club music-like kind of stuff going on here. There are some metal sounds in here as well, and those tracks are pretty cool. My favorite track on here definitely being the title track, Frights, which is probably the most metal-influenced song. It's got a really cool, catchy guitar riff in it. I like the spooky samples that are going on throughout it. This also has some cool moments, don't get me wrong, but I think when it comes to Slasher Dave's work, this is definitely my least favorite. But, it's not a bad album whatsoever, just not really what I was expecting. I thought it was going to be better. But still wish Dave all the best of luck with this project, and I hope this album was very successful for him. So yeah, Slasher Dave, Frights. If you have not heard Dave's solo project, please do so, but I recommend checking out some other stuff before this. My personal opinion. Next up we have Mantas, Death by Metal. This is a compilation of the early material from when Death were just known as Mantas, when it was just Chuck Schuldiner, Cam Lee, and Rick Ross in the band before they became Death. So you got 3 different demos on here, and, as expected, it's demo stuff. It's not going to be the best sound quality in the world, but it makes for a pretty entertaining and interesting listen just to hear how some of these songs came, or how some of these songs sounded in their early stages. Like, for example, Legion of Doom later became the song Spiritual Healing, and Evil Dead is on here, you know, that appeared on Scream Bloody Gore, and some other pretty cool sounding riffs on here that, you know, makes you kind of wonder what would they have sounded like if they were done with a higher production and everything and put on an album. But yeah, a pretty interesting listen, and just, it's really just for, you know, the death fans, the death collectors, if you will. So yeah, I only recommend this for the hardcore death fans and hardcore fans of Chuck Schuldiner music. But yeah, pretty cool. Next up, we go to Evoken with Quietus. This is their second full length. This is released on I don't know what label this is on, but it's their second full length, and it's what you would expect from Evoken. They don't have a single bad album in their discography, and this is, I guess, coming after Embrace the Emptiness. It's pretty much the same thing, pretty similar production, sound, and overall style. Just, it's solid doom metal. You know, it's what you want when you listen to an Evoken record. I don't really know what else to say. Some favorite tracks of mine are Withering Imagination, Tending the Dire Hatred, and the title track, Quietus, if I had to pick a few. But yeah, I need to get the rest of their discography, and like I said, I can't wait to talk about that new Evoken record that came out this year. Oh my god, it's so fucking good. But yeah, Evoken, Quietus, their second full length. Next up, we have Witherfall with, what is this one called again? Oh yeah, Nocturnes and Requiems. Witherfall, of course, I explained this in an earlier video of mine when I went to go see Sanctuary. I ended up checking out this band because I wanted to hear what the singer was going to be like that was replacing Warrel Dane. And after I heard this band, all my worries were put to rest. And when I saw them live, I was like, yep, this guy, he can continue with Sanctuary, and I'm all for it. Which, by the way, he is going to do. They have already confirmed that they will be recording an album with Joseph Michael on vocals. I can't fucking wait for that. I think it's going to be fantastic. But yeah, very solid, dark, melodic, progressive metal. A lot of really cool, just, you know, Joseph Michael's vocals are fucking fantastic. I love the solos. Some really cool acoustic guitar passages throughout that just really add well to the entire vibe of the album. It is a concept album, and their second one that I showed earlier, A Prelude to Sorrow, is also a concept, and I'm pretty sure that these are related in some way. I haven't read too deep into it, but they are related somewhat. But yeah, I recommend this to any fans of just quality progressive metal, especially fans of Nevermore and Sanctuary, because it definitely does have similarities to those. And, you know, it's also got a lot in common with Dream Theater and bands like Fates Warning and Symphony X thrown in here as well. You know, that progressive metal, but with that power metal vibe as well. But still very, very heavy riffing going on, all that good shit. So, yeah, Witherfall, Nocturnes, and Requiems. Very solid stuff. Next up, we go to another of Slasher Dave's albums. This is Exorcisms. Okay, now these next three items I'm going to talk about all at the same time. So, I ordered this from Dave personally. I'm friends with him on Facebook, and I ordered this directly from his personal website. And, you know, things happen, people get busy. I waited several months for this to come in after I ordered it, but well, let me talk a little bit about the music first before I go on with that. So Exorcisms, as I mentioned before, this is Dave's horror soundtrack project, and when when I read about this on the Bandcamp, it said basically what he was going for here is a throwback to the soundtrack from movies like The Exorcist, The Omen, Rosemary's Baby, if you're familiar with those. So any of like the 70s occult themed horror movies is what he was going for here. Really, really good. I would say this and Tomb of Horror, which is like a tribute to the Italian horror films from Lucio Fulci, which I've really been getting into lately. I think this and Tomb of Horror are his best, and my voice is really cracking right now, sorry. Yeah, I think this and Tomb of Horror are probably his two best albums. Oh my god, sorry. Excuse me. But yeah, if you, oh my god. Now I've just lost train of thought here. Okay, yeah. If you're into that sort of thing, check out Slasher Dave's solo project. Now, because I waited so long in that order, he felt like he should throw in a couple of extra things for me. And, I told him, yeah, that sounds cool. You know, I understand, you know, people get busy. I was totally, you know, I told him to take his time. I continued to be patient. And, yeah. So the extra things he threw in for me, well, I don't know where it is at the moment, but he threw in a comic. He threw in this really, really fucking cool Acid Witch patch, which unfortunately I don't do the whole vest thing. So I don't really know what I'm going to do with this, but I would like to find something to put this on because that is just too fucking cool. And last, for this collection update, Dave sent me Acid Witch Midnight Mass, their 7-inch, well, this is a 7-inch vinyl. Their 2010 EP. I believe this came out a little bit before their album Stoned. Just 3 tracks on here. You got an intro, which is like just this creepy sort of like voiceover of this guy just talking about witchcraft and witches and how they're blended in with our society and everything. And you know, that's the intro track, and then you got the songs Midnight Mass and To Magic, Sex, and Gore. And it's business as usual with Acid Witch. Pretty cool, crushing, catchy riffs. Lots of that creepy, horror, spooky soundtrack stuff going on in the back. And the guitar tone on here is pretty damn fuzzy, so it's also got that strong stoner metal vibe going for it. And so yeah, there is the cover. Hopefully that is showing up pretty good. There is the back, put out through Hell's Headbangers, by the way. And bear with me here. And there is the vinyl. So it's on like this really dark red and orange kind of splatter. Pretty cool. I like those center labels. That's pretty awesome. So yeah, this is my first vinyl ever in my music collection. And I probably do plan on getting some more, but I don't ever plan on making vinyl my, you know, my preferred format. It's always going to be CDs, but in terms of vinyl, I would basically just like to pick up all the albums by my favorite bands. So I would like to get all of Death, all of Nevermore, Creator, Infernal Majesty, that kind of stuff. But yeah, I was not expecting to get my first vinyl from you, Dave, so thank you very much for that. Very, very cool of you. You didn't have to do that. I really appreciate it. And yeah, that'll be that. I apologize for that awkward voice problem a few minutes ago. Anyway, that is my last collection update for 2018. So the next time I see you guys will be in my year-end list video, which, like I said, I'm still trying to figure out how exactly I'm going to do it because I've just got so much shit to talk about and I really don't want it to go on too long, but of course I also want to give you enough details and make the video good. So I don't know. I'll figure it out, but I will see you the next time I see you will be in that video. So look forward to my favorite albums of the year list coming in a few days, maybe almost a week, once work calms down a little bit. I'd like to get it done. No, it's probably not going to get done before Christmas. It'll probably be almost at the end of December, if I had to take a guess, but it'll be somewhere in that time frame. Anyway, I will see you guys then. Take care. Thank you for liking, subscribing, watching in general, all that good shit. And yeah, see you then. Take it easy.